My car keys.
Morgan has them.
I thought there'd be a couple more people, but this will fly.
He might have turned the handbrake off and driven to D's.
Do you have to like?
Oh.
Do you have to put your hand out?
By D's he means the bed next to yours.
Mate,
Oh.
end it. Rojek, start your speech.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chapman, teachers, guests, and graduating class of 2006. The Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist Sigmund Freud first coined the term split personality to describe the condition of a person displays multiple distinct personalities or identities in 1953. 36 years later, the sleepy suburbs of Brisbane's inner north, Australia's most iconic and notorious split person was born. Joshua O'Hare, the man, Smithy, the legend.
I would laugh more if I didn't have such a headache.
June 15 was a day just like any other, apart from it wasn't. That fateful day will forever be remembered, marked down in the pages of history. There remains a cloud of doubt surrounding the circumstances which caused the creation of unified Josh and Smithy. One school of thought is that Josh and Smithy were first created as good and evil twins, yin and yang, a perfect balance between good and evil.
Don't spew.
What the fuck?
I'm getting another drink.
And at some stage,
Who walks out on their own speech?
Everyone knows you're gonna get a drink before the speeches.
And at some stage during pregnancy, their cells combine, a process previously considered both unlikely and physically impossible. The other theory is that as a young child, the evil wizard Smithy came to the quiet streets of suburbia on a quest to kill Josh. In accordance with the prophecy of the Hogwarts teacher Sybil Trelawney, which say that neither could live while the other survives. The theory continues that the Dark Lord used an unforgivable curse on the child, but protected by his mother's love, the spell rebounded and destroyed the Dark Lord's Smithy. This process, however, left a small part of the Dark Lord contained in the child. The spell also left a scar in the child in the shape of 3 straight lines on his left arm, which oddly resembled spatula bends. Regardless of how the two were created, it's important to recognise the difference between the two. Josh's natural habitat is a UQ library, where he spends his time reading and inviting shit cunts to tuck his study room. Smithy knows no home. He's often found wandering the streets of Bided wrapped in Dan John's doona. He's sometimes seen running naked through the streets of the Gap, or double parking rums in a vomit-covered hoodie at Fridays.
Or ripping off Dan John's back windscreen wiper.
Pissing on his window and wrapping Rojek's car.
He's occasionally seen bloodied and broken, either out the front of Fridays or in Rojek's living room.
Oh, kiss to the
Crystal!
Having known Josh for a number of years, I'd like to recount some of my favourite memories of him.
Boom.
The first takes place a few years ago while Josh was out
Naked.
with going out with Emily Di Pasquale. A period that Josh likes to refer to as the golden years. After every night out, we came back to Josh's to crash. During the middle of the night, I was woken up by Emily wrapped in a bedsheet. Initially thinking that she'd seen the light, and then I was going to continue my form with mates' girlfriends.
Brendan.
I quickly
Totally friends.
Run the shit out of him.
I had to quickly fight off this stonk when she began to ask me if I'd seen Josh. While consummating their love, Josh suddenly and without a word of explanation had gotten up and walked out of the room. After a strategic tuck into the elastic of my pants, I got up to help find the missing Casanova.
My girlfriend, man.
Was. Well, Josh...
So Em can do it, but Jack can't.
Yeah. Let go, mate.
Oh!
I agree with it. While Josh had been distracted by the naked Emily, Smithy had obviously seized control and decided he was hungry. He found Josh sitting naked on the deck eating Vegemite on toast.
I was there that night.
Smithy can take control at the most unusual of times. Another such incident occurred whilst Josh was sleeping. While sleeping next to the young lass Emily, Josh was having pleasant dreams about their future together and what they're going to name their kids. Smithy must have been bored by this nightly recurring dream and began to mindfuck the unsuspecting and still unconscious Josh. Josh cannot remember the nightmare that followed, but it is likely that it involved fighting Astro. As Josh woke up in a blind rage, and before he realised that he was no longer dreaming, punched the sleeping Emily in the face.
Oh no, she fucking deserved it.
Testament to the weakness of Josh's right hook. The sleeping victim merely woke up, kind of confused, before Josh told her to go back to sleep. I've learned a lot
You
from
suck, man.
I've learned a lot from both Josh and Smithy over the years.
That's a lot.
Some of the most important life lessons have come from nights out with the pair, or even from just day-to-day encounters.
I can see your penis, man.
If you ever can't think of something funny to say, just recycle other people's jokes. Josh taught me that.
Are you kidding me?
Cabbies
true.
should not be called Slumdog. Smithy taught me that. Astro should not be fought. Smithy taught me that. Revenge is the dish best served while shouting "This is Sparta," drunk at 3 a.m. after a night out at the paddock and a long drink drive to the Green Trees Avenue.
Wearing the shit out of her house.
Josh taught me that. When you're blatantly guilty of a crime or misdoing, deny the shit out of it. Josh, are you cheating on me? Josh, did you spill the rum on my pool table? Josh, did you steal my dad's M6? Josh, are you stealing from the till? Josh taught me that. The most important things in life are beers, bitches, and free weights. Josh taught me that.
I've said that before.
The only thing bigger than Josh is his ego. Smithy taught me that. It is wise to put a passcode on your iPhone. Josh taught me that. You should not ask a girl if she has fake boobs while having sex with her. Josh taught me that.
Oh boy.
I can actually win a fight. Smithy taught me that. A real friend will get out of bed and come back out at 3 a.m. But a best mate will be next to you in the cell saying, "Mate, we fucked up." I'm absolutely certain that if I'm ever incarcerated, Josh will be there too. We've been through a lot of shit together. We've survived it all. Cheers.
Yay, Joshy!
Yeah,
Fuck it, your turn.
Hey, Josh, get up, mate. Come on,
Wait,
do a
speech.
speech. Oh, I mean, Smithy.
Wait, who are we talking to?